All right. Vámonos.
Salud.
Salud. Miss this. Let's go, Cesar.
Let's go, pinche Omar.
A huevo. I missed this.
¿Verdad? Ya hacía falta.
Y sí, una semanita de vacation.
It felt forever, bro. It felt like...
Me and Elida, my wife, we were talking about this, how it felt like it was, we were there for like a summer or for like a winter.
Yeah.
I was gone, folks, Tuesday to Tuesday. So we missed 1 week of pod out in Puerto Vallarta, the beautiful Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, over here, yo todo con frillazo y tú allá on the beach.
Allá en Tang, digo en Chor.
I'm dead.
No, that shit was a good time out there, man. Puerto Vallarta, I mentioned it last year because we're going every year now. But last year I mentioned it was beautiful out there.
Did last year you go for a week también?
Last year we did a week, a little bit later. Like, so pudimos ver el cumpleaños de la Virgencita out there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a huge church that like everybody from neighboring towns does the walk de la peregrinación, right?
Uh-huh.
So it gets popping. Even when we were there every day. And then I started Centro in front. There's a bunch of vendors, tacos, tostadas,
tal kiosco ahí también.
Yeah, everything's right there.
Sheesh.
It was popping. It was a good time. And this time we explored a bit more. Last time it was relaxed. This time it was like explore. We got on a water taxi to go to some further beaches.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. Stayed out in the sun more.
¿Y pedos?
Pedos todos los días. No tenía que faltar.
Let's go.
No, yeah. I mean, we had our fun. It was a good time. There was like a really good open air margarita bar.
Hey.
Like it's really popping. It's got like tiki bar vibes, like Mexican tiki bar vibes, and the bar's all outdoors, and it was a good time.
Sounds like a full on like Mexican experience if you want to go out there.
Yeah.
So like everything's nearby.
Exactly. Everything's walking distance. It kind of gives that like like the old school Mexican town. A bit of Puerto Vallarta gives like Spanish cobblestone vibe también.
Wow.
But everything in the centro and zona romántica, which are the really popping areas, are all walking distance. The zona romántica is a bit more Americanized because it has a huge LGBTQ community, a huge retirement community. And then el centro is a bit more locals. A bit the music there is more like I would say like more reggaeton, more like hip hop, more like vibey bars in el centro, because that's the downtowny area. On the water, on the malecón, there's like the Senior Frogs, which are the popular you go and turn up at. Pero también traen like nice speakeasies. We found a couple really nice, fancy looking speakeasies. It was a good time. De todo puedes encontrar.
Pero like comieron like comida mexicana auténtica.
Yeah,
like,
every
eso.
day, every day los tacos, no?
Okay.
Street tacos, right? From a different spot, either from like hole in the walls, really nice.
¿Y nunca te
tacos.
enfermas de eso?
The first couple times, bro, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pero ya que ha sido...
Folks that listen to the podcast, like Aquiles, I went to his wedding in Rosarito, and I think from that trip messed up my stomach in a way that like it makes it sensitive certain times. And I eat like crazy. Me atasco. I eat too much. So sometimes I just hurt my stomach way too much on trips. I'm learning to work it better, but this time I didn't get anything. I'm probably used to it now, but I mean, tacos del pastor every night because it's huge. El trompo ahí, right?
Sí.
But then we would go get like un platito de carne asada, un platito de enchiladas, a really good Mexican breakfast. That's what I'm saying for those ones, enchiladas for breakfast, like auténticas.
Sí.
Un plato de huevos rancheros, un plato de like tu carnita rachera with huevos. That was like my favorite breakfast.
Chilaquiles.
With chilaquiles. Sheesh. So yeah, a lot of authentic Mexican food. We did go to the last night we went to like a kind of fancy-ish, kind of like Italian-ish, I guess. It was just like kind of fancy Mexican food, I guess, the last night. But yeah, just basking in it, loving it.
There you go. So si quieren, váyanse a Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, definitely do it. Go check it out. It's a beautiful area. The summers are unbearable though, but in the winter, our winter is their beautiful time. It's dry season. It just rains. Everything's green. And está baratón, you guys.
There
you know,
you
go get a taco. Están 25 pesos. $1, less than $1.50. A taco.
Aquí el doble, 3.50.
3, 4, and worse.
Easy.
No, but it was a good time, folks. Watch some footy out there, which we'll get into. So welcome back to episode 129. Yeah, Cesar fucking
Estoy listo, cabrones.
brincó del carro when he got here. I was like, bro, who the fuck?
Antes de venir, I was like, bro, what shirt am I gonna wear? Bro, like, why am I stressing? But la América, hay que ponerse esa.
Bro,
no puedo ponerme otra ahora.
I'm running out of shirts. I can't wear my Chivas ones. I can't wear the Cruz Azul one anymore. God damn. No, but I mean, we do have a whole bunch to talk about, folks. Liga MX. We'll hold that towards the end, so stay tuned. We'll kick it off with some Champions League that's going on. We had Premier League over the weekend. On the Ocho por Ocho, a whole bunch of things going on. Pachuca in an Intercontinental Cup that we all forgot about.
Let's go.
I completely forgot it was happening.
Yeah, dude. Until like 2 days ago, I was
Madrid,
like, ¿qué es esto? And then, so when they did the draw for the one in the summer, I saw football.
For the Club World Cup, yeah.
I saw it. Football had Intercontinental Cup Pachuca. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pachuca's there, and then, we'll talk about it some more. But I didn't even know Real Madrid is just waiting for everybody. And I was like, what? They're playing today. They played yesterday. What are we talking about? But yeah, folks, let's get right into it. We'll get, just to kick it off. Oh, maybe we talk about it a little bit. Cesar, this is the first episode since the Turkey Bowl. I still see.
Yeah, when I saw it on the notes, I was like, really?
It has been, because last week we didn't do it, right? Yeah. Your boy, Turkey Bowl champion.
Let's go.
See, had to show that the legs still had a little bit of movimiento in them.
Hey, echándome a mí, bro. This was Omar. If you guys were there, you guys know Omar me dio un zancadazo.
El que me diste primero, güey. Remember when we first started? Cuando me tumbaste that I started flailing on the ground. No, hombre, ahí. And no te la perdoné. Es lo que fue. So, yeah, the format that we did, folks, was about 7 to 8 players a team. 5-minute retas. If you scored 2, you knock out the other team.
You get to stay on, yeah.
And then we kept track of wins. Honestly, there was one team out there, what was the yellow or whatever, that was stacked.
They were good. Yeah, they were winning for a cool bit until like a couple started leaving early.
Then I saw myself on our team and I was like, wait, ¿la vamos a hacer?
You guys were doing good, ¿verdad? Nomás perdían contra ellos. Because there was 4 teams.
We kept getting knocked out by them.
Yeah.
But then they would take an L against somebody else. And we stayed in it. And then we won like the last like 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boy John Marshall, came out from Seattle.
Hey, for real, shout out to you.
All the way back home.
Bought a scarf también.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Eso mero.
So thank you for your support, man.
Yeah, appreciate everyone for coming out and for supporting. Some people even purchased some merch. Hit us up if you guys want one. We're out of the brown ones. We should have ordered more brown hats, but we still have black hats. We still have navy hats. So hit us up and get those off of our hands. Support us like you guys already have. But it was a lot of fun. My team took the dub. We got I don't have them by here, but we got no, they're not here, but we got the
like turkey medals.
Yeah. It was a good time, and we hope to do more community events like that.
Hell yeah. I'm a big fan of community events, engagements. So stay tuned next year, 2025. Hopefully we for sure do another Turkey Bowl, and then we'll see if we can get one more in there somewhere.
Let's do it. Bigger and better. But let's start off with a quick note, folks. The World Cup seedings are out for 2030, but 2034 was making more noise, weirdly enough. I kept seeing 2034, and I was like, wait, también they announced 2030? Nobody was showing it that much love. But 2030, we get Spain, Portugal, Morocco confirmed.
Correct.
Which it seems like each one had one bid, I heard.
They had them separately.
I know, but like nobody went against them for either. Like it was a clear path.
Oh, okay.
I don't know qué están haciendo ahí, but Spain, Portugal, Morocco, but we also have Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay getting one like commemorative match.
Yeah.
I think they're the first matches too.
Yeah, because this World Cup, the 2030, will be the 100th anniversary of World Cups.
The Uruguay World Cup,
Yeah,
the first
the
one.
very first one.
So I think they'll probably get the first match, and then Argentina, Paraguay will get one. But this will be the first World Cup where, in all honesty, jet lag takes place.
Yeah, I just find it really annoying how they're doing this.
They should have just given it to them.
Just give it to South America.
Just
make it a big thing. A lot of people will go there. Y luego ya después, if you want to give it to Saudi Arabia 2034, then we already know you're freaking corrupt. So I mean,
we know where that money's
you're
coming
trying
from.
to hide it here a little bit by saying, all right, we gave it to South America.
Yeah, they're trying to be
Europe and Africa with
Yeah.
Morocco. That. So now we can get to give it to Asia.
Hey, yeah, now everyone shut up. Give it to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Nobody.
It's like, bro, we already know about your dealings. Just don't make us travel that far.
Yeah, that's kind of
Like,
crazy.
It's annoying.
It is a bit of annoying in all honesty. I love the globalization of it, how much it's going everywhere, but like también no manchen. Who's gonna want to play those first games in South America?
Yeah, nobody's gonna go to them.
And then you gotta
than
fly
South
all the way
America.
to Valencia or some shit.
Yeah.
Your next match. And the other team that you play against has been playing there locally the whole time. Like,
Yeah,
that kind of sucks.
it's rough. But I don't know why they couldn't give it to Uruguay by themselves. I'm pretty sure it's infrastructure and stuff like that. But then make all three of them. Make it just there in South America.
Yeah. I don't think I would make it to one of those games, Uruguay, Argentina, Paraguay.
That's what I'm saying.
Personally, I don't think I would go there because I'd be
Exactly.
like, okay, if I'm going to spend that much money, I might as well stay in Spain
Yeah,
and be surrounded by it, go to one or two games.
exactly.
But my chances are of going to other games higher because there's about to be like 70 games all right here,
Yeah,
right? And Spain, Morocco, and Portugal, they're literally so close to each other. But in my opinion, it also made me feel like I have to go to 2026
yeah,
because 2030 seems like it's gonna be a long shot to make it all the way out to Europe. It's not like any closer. But 2026, let's go. Hay que ahorrar dinerito.
I mean, hopefully I can make it out there. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited.
The U.S. ones, of course.
Yeah. I'm actually, excited that if I do get to go Morocco, I heard like Casablanca and like the capital of Morocco have a lot to offer, like in terms of culture.
Yeah, it's
So
beautiful
I
out
feel
there.
like it would be like a cool trip to go out there and just visit all those three countries. Have the opportunity to do so. Yeah, I'm excited if I have the opportunity to go there.
It would be beautiful to make it out to those three countries out there. And what we've all heard, 2034, Saudi Arabia. I mean,
Yay.
yay. A World Cup, I guess.
Yeah. No offense to Saudi Arabia at all.
I mean,
But like,
you're awesome, but
yeah.
I mean, I think it's the same train of thought as 2022.
Exactly. That's literally what I was gonna
It's
say.
just like
Qatar, cool, all right.
it's
Oh,
like
you
it
guys
just
gonna
feels like
do it
you're
in the winter otra vez?
it just feels like you're helping the homies.
Yeah.
And it should have totally been one South American one, and then if you want all three, chingue su madre, so you can go through most of those countries, and then another one in Europe / Africa.
Yeah.
But I would have loved, instead of Saudi Arabia, a different African country to have their own, because I know a lot of African countries were pushing for them, or a different Asian country. Like, goddamn, how long has it been since since Korea?
Yeah, since
Damn,
Korea,
almost said no.
Japan.
Korea, Japan, 2002. Yes, ahora.
Yeah, but I mean, realistically thinking about it, who in Asia can host something like that?
Why not Japan again? Why not Korea again? Why not?
Again?
Yeah, I mean, why not? If you're trying to bring it to different areas, why not bring it to India?
India don't got the infrastructure like that.
But I mean, you're telling me in 10 years, 1 billion people that they have there in population cannot build the infrastructure. I'm pretty sure they're building new stadiums. I mean, they're signing some older heads, right? They're bringing players.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. Maybe take it to Australia.
Australia would have been great.
Yeah.
Dude, an Australian World Cup would be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Like they have a great local league, right? They have the infrastructure. Like, yes, maybe some
the tourism factors there
need capacity, but it's like, it's like a lot of people go there anyways.
Yeah.
All of Asia would be easily able to travel down there. Like,
yeah. I mean, I love that, but
we all know in the summer.
But we all know exactly why they chose Saudi Arabia. Yeah. In the summer, they're probably going to do a winter one again.
But in Saudi Arabia, they're gonna have to do it.
It's gonna be our winter. It's gonna be like December, November again. God damn it. Well, that's our thoughts, folks. It could have been better, but I mean, we all know what we're dealing with the federation. I love all the countries in 2030, but I mean that just seems like, they're just packing them all into one.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to some actual matches. We got the Champions League over the last 2 days. Probably the biggest note from yesterday's matches was losing one of the 2 remaining undefeated teams, Atalanta, at the hands of a Real Madrid squad that a lot of people probably would have bet we could have gotten a surprise there. That Atalanta could have gotten a dub with a bit of the struggles that Real Madrid have had. But all the players that needed to show up, showing up. Bellingham, Mbappe, Vini, even though Mbappe got hurt.
Yeah, pero por fin you're like, okay, well, we paid all the money for these, especially these 3. I mean, Vinny, we've known he's been there, but they finally got on the score sheet, and you're finally like, okay, 6 or 3 months or 4 months since the season started, we finally get something out of all of them in one game.
Yeah,
it's like, and
they needed it because 3-2, it was a tight one. But in all honesty, if you look at the matches in league and stuff, it's always them 3. I mean, Luka Modric isn't scoring anymore. Fede Valverde is not scoring. Camavingas, the freaking Brahim Diaz is balling out, but he's not scoring like crazy, right? So, like, they live and they die by these 3. Rodrigo's not balling out.
Yeah,
they live and they die by these 3, and I mean, they have to show up. They did today. I think that's pretty baller. Do you see that highlight of Bellingham getting dirty with a couple players at Atalanta, where he was just fighting with the ball?
No,
he takes the ball away from one player, lega otro, bodies him, chops at the ball, brings it this way, jukes another fool, and I was like, damn, this fool's.
Yeah, that fool has heart, bro. Regardless,
that's what it is.
When he plays, él echa huevos a todos. No le hace si es Leganés o si es Atalanta in this case. Like, that fool got heart.
That's why this fool, he's todo terreno. Like, that dude literally, like, ha de tener unos 6 pulmones. That fool's like booking it everywhere, and then you least expect it. He's right there, and like, yeah.
Es un pinche warrior, güey.
He's only 21.
I know, bro.
That's the craziest thing.
Yeah, it reminds me of, like, imagine this fool as a kid. I bet you he just loved freaking soccer, just loved playing. Doesn't matter when or where. He just, the love of the game is what drives him. Y ahora más cuando Real Madrid were doing so shitty, there were highlights of him, and like when they played Lille, remember how he was all upset at Mbappe not dropping?
Yeah.
It's like Real Madrid, that's the heart of the team. See, if he doesn't do good, I bet you the rest of the team don't do good.
Yeah, and it is the type of player that you would want your superstar to be, which they usually never are, right? Like an Mbappe, pues se ha de enojar with him sí mismo, but like, does he really like care? Honestly, right?
Yeah.
But when you see Jude, you're like, damn, that dude like cares for the institution to get the dub.
The natural winner.
Yeah, a natural winner, natural leader. Todo lo que quiere uno. So Real Madrid gets a really much needed win there. The team that did get a much needed win, because they're surprising the hell out of all of us, is Brest.
Hey.
Brest is still in the top 8 somehow. They got a win over PSV.
Yeah, they're looking real nice.
Brest is looking real nice. They're holding up nicely, we can say.
PSV could not handle those Brests.
PSV was really stunned by Brest.
PSV would want that match back.
Exactly. PSV just didn't know what to do with them.
Yep,
exactly. This was Chucky Lozano's last match.
Damn.
Played like 20 minutes.
Leading up to that match, we saw a couple of videos of him. Y se sentía bien sentimental that he was like done in Europe.
was all crying or what?
He was all crying and like, yo, the actual wait, because they announced that he was coming to San Diego, what, like a year ago?
Yeah.
8 months or lo que sea. He's like, usually it's like, all right, within a month, you're like moved and on to the next club. So no te da tiempo de reaccionar and like to look back. And he was like, but this happened 8 months ago, a year ago, lo que sea. So all that time, you know you're leaving, so you start appreciating the different, things in life while you're there. Y le digo, no, pues sí, pero Chucky, you still got plenty of time to stay there. ¿Por qué no te quedaste?
Pues sí. You could have.
Money talks, eh?
Money talks.
And he's coming to a nice place, too.
Pues
you
sí.
can't.
¿Y qué? Eindhoven no es beautiful or what?
That's what he was saying. He's like, over here we have full seasons, los paisajes, the hills, the mountains. Y dije, hey.
Güey, estás en Europa.
Te hubieras quedado.
Enjoy it. Fucking... It's not like we have a bunch of Mexicans playing in Europe right now, bro. Like, show an example that you don't have to go back to MLS. Pero pues ahí va.
Yeah.
Ahí va. That's not how you get yourself back into the selección. I'll tell you that. But yeah, PSV struggling, could not get a goal on board. The person that we know that has been scoring a bunch is Ricardo Pepi, Mexican-American. He couldn't put a goal on the board. He only played like 20 minutes off the bench. People were screaming on Twitter, put him in, dog. He's the one that's scoring. Malik Tillman, también. He was there. Malik Tillman was, but no.
Richie Ledesma also got some minutes.
Let's go. That fool's balling now. Dicen que he's going to choose Mexico, no?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was homie with Guti.
He's 24 though. Like,
ya está pasando un poco.
¿Qué está pasando aquí, doctor?
Yeah, he's not 17 to be like wondering which team to go for. No, what national team? Well, he had a bit of a rough go. He went to New York.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I think if you don't get out of the Dutch league quick enough, you're gonna stay there or go to Liga MX or MLS. I think you gotta push it, Andres Guardado style. Get out of there. Hector Moreno too.
Yeah, he was an AZ.
You got to get out of there quicker. Salcido.
I feel
get
like
out of there.
For his profile, estuviera mejor que se fuera a España.
Yeah, but I guess what I mean is like they have the quality to make the jump out of there. Like way de tu boy Jorge Sanchez went out the back door. He went on loan, right? Yeah. But he wasn't good enough. So sopas, güey. ¿Dónde fuiste? Al Cruz Azul a cagarla, güey.
Yeah, for real.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. If you don't have the quality to make it out of the Dutch league, it's a developmental league. At some point, you develop enough, and you have to go.
Yeah. A
volar mi pajarito. And Richie, I can see Richie being one of those rumors to Chivas or some shit pretty soon. I don't know. But PSG gets a win, and they push me towards getting a burrito in our famous bet here entre yo y Cesar. Now, their magic number is 3 points out of their last 6. They just have to get a win against Manchester City. Ah, qué bonito.
Sí, ándale.
Ay, qué fácil les va a tocar. Against Man City or against Stuttgart.
Okay, Stuttgart, they're right behind them, so
generally, what I saw on Twitter, statistically speaking, if they get 3 points, that should be enough to squeeze into top 24.
Keyword should.
They're in 20.
That should get you your burrito. Will it?
Should.
I guess we'll find out.
I mean, with Pep's struggling mental health, I'm sure they can get a win over. Imagínate, güey. Imagínate. Our boy Santi Jimenez.
Santi
en el campo. Santi got a goal and an assist today. They won, what, like 4-2?
4-2 against Sparta Prague.
Ya ni la chingan si no le ganan al pinche Sparta Prague.
Swear.
But they're in 18th place, getting pretty cozy.
10 points.
Getting pretty cozy that they're going to be in the top 24, barring any crazy miracles or mishaps. They have Bayern and then they have Lille. So le tienen medio cabroncitos. But just got to get a couple ties. Algo. But they're looking good. Santi's looking good after his injury.
Coming back, I think he has 2 goals or 3 goals since coming back. And it's been like about a month.
Yeah, so I thought he was going to be out longer, but I'm glad he's back.
Yeah, 3 goals, 1 assist this season.
Bro, did you see his goal?
Yeah.
The defender whiffed it. The defender whiffed the ball.
Yeah.
And it kind of looked like some of his Dutch goals in the Dutch league look so shitty. Like the defenders look like.
Yeah, but that's the thing about it.
Way.
Like the same thing against Man City, yeah. It came off of the post and he was just right there.
That one he like humped it, right?
Yeah.
Like he hit it with his fucking hips.
But that's the thing about nines, that you still have to be there. You still have to hold up your defender and make a smart run or lo que sea. Pero tienes que estar ahí so you can get those tap-ins. It was a tap-in.
The hump one? The man today too. Yeah, he was getting fucking
like hugged
by defender.
Like, yeah.
But the first defender that whiffed the ball, la cagó también.
You're just like, no manches.
But with Santi doing well, your boy Henry Martin doing very well, Raul Jimenez doing very well.
Yes.
Would you call this a golden age of Mexican strikers?
Yes. We haven't seen something like this. Damn.
Chicharito,
but
Franco,
pero Chicharito,
Oso.
I guess, yeah, you can say that. But Guille Franco wasn't like that prolific goal scorer like we've seen either of these guys. ¿Verdad? It's like, y no lo estaba haciendo de la misma manera. He wasn't playing Champions League.
No, he was at West Ham, and he was struggling, right, for minutes, struggling, scoring.
Yeah.
These guys are breaking through, and all three of them in their respective clubs doing well.
Yep.
Two of them in Europe, which is pretty crazy.
In Europe and scoring goals, getting regular minutes. Like, when was the last time we had forwards like that?
Nines. Two of them at the same time, I don't think we've had.
No.
I mean, because Chicharito and Raul Jimenez didn't cross paths. Hugo Sanchez didn't cross paths with anybody other than, I think, Garcia Aspe maybe for a split second, but not prolific in Europe.
We had Borghetti.
Borghetti did it on his
own. Yeah, in Liga MX.
I mean, I don't think I'm tripping, but like Borghetti, I don't remember another forward being out there. Cuauhtemoc Blanco was like one and done in Europe at around the same time. Luis Hernandez wasn't in Europe. He went Mexico to MLS.
Carlos Hermosillo was always a Liga MX.
Never went. They were all prolific together, but seeing them doing it in Europe is
it's a different thing.
It's a bit different. I would say though, because we were naming so many of those that were at the same time in the 90s with Hugo Sanchez, Carlos Hermosillo, Luis Hernandez, all these fools in Abundis in the 90s, I would say I would want more than those three to really feel comfortable that this is like a golden age. Memote, if he was on it, would be perfect there. And then if we had an under 23 that was just a monster, I don't think Mexico has a really good under 23 forward at the moment. That's prolific.
If La Hormiga didn't get injured, maybe he was.
La Hormiga or Edson Ayon, that dude that just went to León, I think. Or like a Luca Martinez Dupuy in Argentina, but I think I want more.
Yeah.
More from my strikers. Keep fighting. No nomás porque están tres is your whole story over. Chingenle. So let's go over the standings a bit of donde estamos. We'll go over top 8. Liverpool at the very top, still undefeated. Barcelona, Arsenal de mi corazón in third place, baby. I have a bet in the Discord that they're going to finish over Juventus.
Oh, shit. Did you do that today or when was that?
No, this is since like the first match, second match versus M. Rosario. Yeah. Leverkusen in 4th, Aston Villa 5th, Inter in 6th, Brest in 7th, and Lille in 8th. We're missing a lot of big names in the top 8, feeling comfy. No City there, no Real Madrid there, no Juventus there, Milan, no PSG. PSG's out of it at the moment. Girona ya ganó pa su casa. Leipzig, all of the Red Bull teams are out. Confirmed out.
Really surprised about that because I was
confirmed
trying to find RB Leipzig.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, they're lower than Salzburg.
Yeah. Salzburg has 2, 3, but Leipzig is 0.
So those two, Bragantino was fighting for their life in Serie A and the Brasileirao. And then New York Red Bulls just lost the MLS Cup.
Yeah.
Red Bull org in the soccer world is struggling.
In shambles, baby. And I don't know if it was true, but I saw that they just renamed Red Bull Arena to like Sports Illustrated Arena or something like that. And
the one in Jersey?
The New York, their soccer stadium. So I don't know.
Just change
¿Qué está pasando? They need These Red Bull teams need some wings. Lo que pasó. Les falta un Red Bull.
Porfis.
Por favor. So yeah, it's gonna get good from there, folks. Let's move it on to the FIFA Intercontinental Cup, which I totally knew of before today. Pachuca versus Botafogo played today. Winner of them plays against Al Ahly from Egypt, right?
Yes.
And on the other side of the coin, waiting in the final, is Real Madrid.
They're just chilling.
It's all in Saudi Arabia, no?
Yeah, they're probably traveling there now. No, it's in Qatar.
Is it in Qatar?
Yeah, they played at the Container Stadium.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to deconstruct that.
Watch.
Mentirosos.
Mentirosos. In Stadium 974 for the 974 containers.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, in Qatar, Doha.
All right, so today we had Pachuca Botafogo, and Pachuca les dio la Mausers.
Les dio la madre with their clean jersey. They didn't have all those crazy sponsors like they do in Liga MX.
You can't do that for most of these international tournaments, right?
You can only have one.
Not even for the Club World Cup that they dejan hacer eso. They usually take a clean alternative, right?
And it was really clean, made by Charlie. Like a nice blue, like a navy blue. Bonita. Y se miraba, el escudo was blanco, so resaltaba. It was really nice. And on the field, they played really nice as well.
Yeah, 3-0, the champions of CONCACAF versus the champions of La Libertadores de Sudamérica. Fresh. También Botafogo just won it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, and they won the Serie A 4 days ago.
Damn,
over the weekend.
The double crown.
Yeah, so se chingaron al campeón de Brasil y de Sudamérica. Botafogo just seemed just over it. I follow a TikToker, I forgot his name, but he's a Botafogo supporter from Brazil, and he was just explaining how Botafogo came out with an alternate lineup, not respecting Pachuca and who they are and what they represent, CONCACAF champions. So as soon as that first goal came in, they brought on
they started doing on the subs.
The starters, yeah. They brought on Thiago Almada was one of them.
Yeah, Thiago Almada, Marlon Freitas, Junior Santos, but they did have Igor Jesus. They had a good amount of the starters in. They had the defender Alexander Barbosa.
Mm-hmm. That got done dirty.
He got done dirty.
Yep.
And they had Luis Enrique in.
But they had like 4 or 5.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, so like that right back is not their starter.
Oh my gosh, Mateo Ponte, 21-year-old Uruguayan. You're telling me he can't ball out? You just won 2 tournaments, my guy.
Yeah, but
Pachuca con puro morro.
Pachuca con puro morro. Bautista's like 19, 20-year-old.
He's 22. But Montiel,
that's the one.
Montiel is 19, but yeah, Bautista 22. Like ni en su casa.
Brian Gonzalez is 21 with the assist.
Yeah, this Pachuca team, they came out ready to play. They knew exactly what they wanted to do.
Exactly.
And hasta en las celebraciones, güey, se veía que they were with passion out there. El gol de Rondón, when he did the slide, and I was like
back at
he's at Newcastle, dog.
See, Newcastle, and he was also at West Brom.
Yeah,
this he was back in England with those pitches, bro.
He literally hit it perfectly. He even did the hand wash. I was like,
it's like that one gif where he goes like this and just keeps on sliding, bro. That fool hit it hard.
He literally he was putting Mexico on the map. Like that slide was clean. The goal was a beautiful play by Deosa.
Yeah.
Like these Pachuca players are putting themselves on the footy map. There's been rumors that Montiel was getting looked at by Galatasaray before this tournament. And he balled out and played every single minute of this match.
Yep.
Played amazing. You already know the eyes are on this.
Pachuca, bro. Grupo Pachuca putting Mexico on their back.
Exactly that. I was seeing a whole bunch of trending stuff more for the international players, for Rondon. Idrissi had a lights out game and Deosa. But I'm sure Montiel, El Cotorro Gonzalez are going to get their flowers too. But that Idrissi goal, dude, freaking took half of the team. The boy Barbosa lo dejó tirado.
Y todavía se tiró cuando estaba en el piso to try to block the shot. Nunca lo iba a agarrar.
No, this is low-key kind of embarrassing It was a tough loss. I'm sure the Confederation de la Conmebol is probably like, bro, like, what happened? What the hell?
Yeah. Well, like, what does this say about the rest of us? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
and with this, it gave a lot of confidence for what people are saying about Liga MX.
Yeah.
I, including me, retweeted a whole bunch of stuff saying like, bring Liga MX back to Libertadores ASAP.
Yeah.
Because
but it also reinforces the other side of things, right? It reinforces that Liga MX is growing monetarily. That's why they can bring the likes of Rondon, Idrisi, and heighten up that Liga MX first, y luego with the League's Cup and what MLS is doing. So together as a confederation, a lo mejor esto es another example of maybe we are doing the right things. Maybe
damn, you drinking that Kool-Aid, bro.
I'm just saying,
yo,
bro,
is your boy Mickey Arriola or what? Nah, this fool's an op.
You can look at it both ways. You can look at it both ways. I'm sorry.
Es porque le va a la América, güey. And he knows the federation's helping them out.
I want us to be back in Libertadores, of course, because Liga MX, I'm sure, can win it. They won Sudamericana. Pachuca won Sudamericana.
Pachuca did.
So I'm sure we can win Libertadores. But again, maybe logistically, what they're doing is making sense when Pachuca's beating them 3-0.
Yep, exactly.
I hate that that's where we're going, because I wish we were in Uruguay sending players for like $500,000, $1 million, and then Valverde all of a sudden becomes, we get a Mexican Valverde. But again, maybe, this is one of the examples of maybe they are doing the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, as far as investing in the teams,
as far as
Mexican teams totally are, right? Like if Monterrey was at this tournament, they'd probably be doing really well too, because they have Lucas Ocampos, they have fucking Canales, they have a trio of Spanish players, which isn't something that we've seen in Mexico, right? And that money coming in is doing that. Now, the big question that I think every Liga MX / footy fan, Mexican footy fan is asking ourselves is like, okay, like then what is the grand plan, right? Because League's Cup isn't the same as Libertadores. It's not the same as Champions League de Europa.
Yeah.
And Conca Champions, or whatever the fuck they call it now, is not the same as any of those either. So like, ¿qué onda? Like, what's the grand plan? But like, I see what you're saying, because I've said it on here before that I think the plan that they're actually cooking is to make it so big in League's Cup that the best South American teams come to League's Cup in a couple of years or something, right? Because what everyone was saying before was that they were losing out. Mexican teams weren't getting the right percentage back, the kickback from TV sales and everything.
Yeah, when they were in
Libertadores, but they were bringing all the ratings. They were bringing everybody from Mexico was watching, but they weren't getting the right funding back, right? Yeah. So they were getting gypped.
Yeah.
But now if you control it with Leagues Cup and all the Argentina teams are like, La Selección de Argentina is being based out of Florida now. All of these things, right? It's coming up here. Then you know what? Maybe we control the dollar flow and you come up over here because we have the dollar for you.
Yeah.
Right. So I could see that happening, but make it fucking happen.
And maybe like the sentiment of wanting to go back to Libertadores is that like nostalgia, like feeling we want to get back of like the good old days.
I mean, of course, but I mean, there's more tangibles than that, because the nostalgia of it, but like seeing your team play Saturday and then on a freaking Tuesday they're playing Cerro Porteño in like a freaking ranch, and your team está dándole en la madre, and they're sweating that freaking jersey playing in a crazy different country. And like it just gave you that like
pride.
Yeah, and then I'm like a Chivas fan yelling for America.
It's like a nationalistic pride. Yeah,
like me and my dad's rivalry, Chivas Cruz Azul, was the biggest ever, and you already know your boy had a fucking Cruz Azul jersey on when they almost beat Boca Juniors, right?
Yeah.
But that Spinita is there too. I feel like if Mexico would have won, any of the teams would have won Libertadores, we wouldn't be screaming for it, because we'd be like, bro, been there. Ahí llévensela.
Sí. Ahí dejen a otro.
Yeah, right. Which is crazy, because Liga MX, I think, has the third highest amount of final appearances of countries behind Brazil and Argentina. Like more than any Paraguayan team, any Peruvian team, Ecuador team, Colombian team, because Tigres, Chivas, America made it to one?
I don't think
no.
they did. Yeah.
Ay,
I'm dead.
Equipo Chico, I don't know. But Cruz Azul, like
Pumas made it to one, though?
Pumas made it pretty far, but I don't think they made it to the final.
Yeah.
I think Atlante made it pretty far once. Atlas made it pretty far once. Like, the cada quien le echaban, right? I think even Jaguares fucking made it to playoffs once. But that's what we want. That's what we want. But now let's toca Al Ali, and if they get a W, which we're all expecting now after that amazing win,
jeez,
they play a Real Madrid,
which
equipito.
A lot of Liga MX teams have consistently struggled against African teams.
Yeah. Chivas, I think, got knocked out this last time.
Pinches Chivas.
This way, money tan ridículo allá, güey. No como mis Atlante.
America struggled. Necaxa, or the only one, Necaxa and
Tigres did pretty good the last one, no?
Tigres, Monterrey, Necaxa, and Atlante have the only ones that have. And Pachuca did well, I think, one time también.
Ese mi Atlante, esos güeyes. Those fools put us on their back.
Yeah.
That's what they did. All right, folks. We're getting to the bread and butter, what you guys have all been waiting for. Liga MX semifinals recap.
Let's go.
But let's start with the other one first. Había otro partido, si no sabías, güey.
Dale, pues.
San Luis versus Monterrey. An amazing scoreline, 6-3 aggregate. Honestly, no hay mucho que nos deben either match.
Yeah.
They were solid.
I think this Liguilla has really delivered. Been one of the most exciting that we've seen in recent memory.
Yeah.
Porque no me acuerdo que otra que digamos, chingado, ¿te acuerdas de aquel Santos against Necaxa or lo que sea, you know?
Querétaro Mazatlán.
Sí, no.
No, the first three halves of the America Cruz Azul game was kind of whack. The first one where America was home, and then the first half
we'll get to that.
But we'll get there. Nomás quería quejarme un poco. But 6-3 aggregate, San Luis versus Monterrey. San Luis was up 2-1 at home. They're like unbeatable at home.
Yeah.
Este equipo es bueno. Son buenos.
And there's something about them playing at home in that stadium with that amount of fans, or los fans que fueron, que screams early 2000s Liga MX.
Yeah, they just need the old jersey.
Yes. I'm just in my head, I'm picturing yellow and blue.
Yeah, no, that's when your boys owned them. That's when America was there, papi. But yeah, that was it was 2-1 over there, and then vinieron a Monterrey, les dieron la madre, 5-1 total. They were almost in it. They were tied.
Mm-hmm.
They were tied, and then they let one go through the Bertrame's goal, I believe.
Yeah, the rebound que dio el portero y Bertrame la metió.
Yep, Bertrame's goal, and then the own goal header del boy Guillen when they were just one goal away también. And what I thought was funny was Fidel Ambriz celebrated like he scored it. Fidel Ambriz on the header goal. He was like getting fucking high fives from everybody, but it was the defender that headed it into his own goal. And I was like, bro, también.
De todos modos, está morro, déjenlo.
Yeah, pues, and he needed the glory. But de ahí cayeron todos.
Qué bueno que me vino a Monterrey, cabrón.
But he's not getting any minutes, goddamn. He came off the bench, but...
First game he was there. First game he played.
Yeah. But then empezaron a llover los goles. Oliver Torres scored 2 bangers. What's his name? Brandon Vasquez came off the bench. Came off the bench and he scored one. Le dio un fierrazo that the keeper couldn't even stop. Pobrecito after they hyped up the keeper so much after the away game. All the family stories and that he played with Malagon.
Sanchez. Yeah, he played Malagon against Andres Sanchez in a semifinal in the 3rd division when they were coming up the ranks.
Damn.
Yeah, so if they would have gone to the final, which Malagon is going to be there, he would have played his old-time homie, old-time opponent.
But yeah, Brandon Vasquez le dio con un fierrazo that he like bent his hand and it freaking still went in. And then Brandon Vasquez hit him with the I can't hear you celebration instead of his Superman.
Bro, your one moment to...
Him?
Yeah, to do the Superman and make it like your thing.
It has been his thing. Don't you remember all the little kids would come up with the Superman cape? That shit was hella cute.
Scoring in a semifinal.
But I think he's been getting a lot of criticism for being at Monterrey. Big ticket signing. And then they're still like, we need a striker, right? Everyone's still saying we need a striker. Rodrigo Aguirre didn't do it there. Yeah. Bertrame is more like a fake striker.
Yeah.
Brandon Vasquez hasn't been scoring as much as they would like. So I think he has some criticism that he was responding to it.
Damn.
Now rumored to the earthquakes,
which I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, Monterrey paid like $6.5 million.
Yeah, and I also think he's gonna want to stay there. He's gonna want to stay there and play the Club World Cup.
Why would you come?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
oh no, sorry, I don't want to play the Club World Cup. I'd rather go to last place.
Serena, go back to New England, get that striker. Chingao. You're bringing half the team anyways.
Yeah, no, imagine, bro, the freaking negotiating table. He's like, you want me to leave and not go to the Club World Cup and go to the last place MLS team?
Maybe next.
Sáquense de aquí, cabrones.
Thank you. Next,
bro. He would probably take a pay cut before he would come play for the Quakes.
Honestly,
I bet you they're laughing at him. Jesus Christ. But yeah, Monterrey. After about 50-ish minutes, looked really tight, and then they just completely let the floodgates open.
Yeah,
and they're coming in pretty strong a la final.
Yeah, they're looking good. In our last episode, I said San Luis was gonna make it to this game.
Yeah, you said a final was gonna be San Luis America.
I did. I got one right.
I said Cruz Azul Toluca, and that Cruz Azul.
No, because they would have played each other. Oh no, they wouldn't have.
No, they're 1-2.
Final.
Yeah, so that was my guess. I trusted good teams to make it, but no.
Good teams.
You almost had your perfect prediction.
Yeah, I was watching this game because I was like, bruh, I'm going to cook. But what was it, 6 out of 6?
You literally were about to get every single match right. But then los Euro Rayados came in clutch. So now Monterrey is there as the top seed, them being 4th against your America 7th
seed. Almost having to play a play-in también.
And having to play a play-in. But it seemed like all the play-in teams honestly came like... Empezaron mejor.
Sí, Tijuana had a famous 3-0 lead. La cagaron.
La regaron. But yeah, let's move right into it. Cruz Azul versus America over the weekend. Like I mentioned, the first game, güey, ni me acuerdo.
Yeah, it was a snooze fest.
It was a snooze fest.
Era más como de, hey, hay que dejar todo para el último juego. Ahí van a ver putazos, van a ver fireworks.
You see. The second match, the first half, me andaba durmiendo también in the first half of the second leg. But then the second half gave us everything and more. An amazing half of footy, probably the best half of footy we've seen in years, honestly.
My blood rate was fucking up through the roof. My heart rate was crazy. I was on my way back from a soccer game. And I was just stuck to my phone. I wasn't driving, by the way.
Oh, you were like not even at home.
No, I wasn't even at home. I was on my phone. I see, cállense, because I had my headphones in. A todo lo que daba, de todo no oía. Pero nah, bro, it was an intense, wild match. America going up 2-0. Un golazo de what's his name?
Cendejas.
Golazo de
the 1-0.
That was first half.
Yep. So the first half is in the 15th minute, and then right after the half, Sanchez gets the locker room goal, catches him sleeping. We'll break some of these goals down in a second. Nacho Rivero gets the 2-1. Had to be the leader, right? Yep. Put the team on his back, y de ahí como que empezó el desmadre del desmoder. But then your boy Ramon Juarez scored a goal, which seemed to be the one to put him away. But then El Toro Fernandez came off the bench. Cruz Azul with 3 strikers at a certain point. No mames. He gets a goal in. Everyone's going crazy. And then 6 minutes later, Amaury Morales, the pride and joy of the cantera del Cruz Azul, who's supposed to be the future of that team, scores a fucking worldie, man.
Worldie, bro.
Like, that shit should have counted for 2.
Bro, I was like, holy shit. If this is why we're going out, hats off, bro. GG's.
In all honesty, if the soccer gods were fair and just, it should have ended like that. Güey, el canterano de 19 años, putting his team on the back. I would have loved for it to have ended
when
like
I saw him running away, took his shirt off, I was like, man, bro, like.
Won the 86, man.
I'm glad he scored it. I'm actually happy he scored it, but he deserves it.
Yeah. And it kind of sucks that it's a little bit washed away, right? Yeah. Like, if they would have made it through, wait, no mames, le hacen un parade.
Sí, güey.
Right? Le hacen una estatua.
Sí, dig up his history, make it a sob story, lo que sea, y decir, this guy is our future.
Now it's just like a banger.
Contract de Cruz Azul.
Now it's just like a banger.
Yeah.
But like, como que se pierde un poco. But then 8 minutes later, but literally the next play, because when lo sacan, is when Cruz, the very controversial penal de la América, de Rotondi again, and all shit breaks loose after that. So let's break it down a little bit. From the beginning, we get the Sendejas goal, and in my opinion, Cruz Azul looks sloppy defensively.
Yeah.
Sendejas' goal, like, como que el Cruz Azul was pushing, and then in un contragolpe del América, all of a sudden, like, all the Cruz Azul players are over here, and Sendejas by himself, and the ball le llega somehow, and he gets a beautiful shot, right?
Yeah. It goes to the first half, the first game. It goes back to that. It goes back to Jardine. Actually, it goes even further back than that. It goes to the Toluca game. Because because Jardine knew that this team needed to be more defensively and play on the counter, right? They did that to Toluca, and now they did it to Cruz Azul, right? So Jardine was like, we're going to block the middle channel y en contragolpe, and errores de ellos, we're going to hit him back. And that's exactly what happened.
And it was like, not just errores, they were like asleep certain plays. Like,
es que they were... como jugaron en el primer juego, no hallaban por dónde atacarle al América.
And they,
So it played with their nervousness. It played with the moment because América had a plan. Cruz Azul was like, we always play through passing combinations y luego now we're in front of goal and scoring in bunches. Yeah. This game, they couldn't.
Yep. And exactly that.
Channels weren't there.
I think they really put it on that back line, the Cruz Azul, and really said, okay, gánenos with you guys. Like, we'll let you guys play it, pero no van a salir de ahí atrás. So good luck, Willardita. A ver how good your feet is. Your play with your feet is. Good luck, Piovi. We'll see how good you are with your feet. Good luck to your wingers. Let's see if y'all don't fuck it up, right? A ver si no le tiemblan las patitas. And we saw it happen. Willardita was messing up again. We saw Rotondi on the second goal, obviously, with a huge screw up.
And that second goal epitomizes the whole thing. Porque Richard Sanchez was put there because Jardine was like, oh, ¿quieren salir jugando con el portero?
Get a long ball.
I challenge you to bring the goalie forward. Yeah. And en una de esas que you fuck up, ¿quién va a estar ahí? Richard Sanchez, y te va a vacunar.
And it literally worked.
But yeah, exactly like that.
But the first goal, like you said, they block the middle, right? And then they get a counterattack. And then it just seemed like Cruz Azul was just not used to losing the ball coming out. So they were all on one side. And Sendejas, similarly, I'm assuming, put there because Jardine knew if I get a mid-distance ball, este güey la va a calvar.
Yeah.
And he did a pass into the goal, right? It wasn't even a fucking bombazo. Era de esos toques a gol, right?
Yeah.
He hit it so clean.
And what made this beautiful was the way it worked, right? Henry hold the play, encuentra a Sanchez. Fidalgo does the run because he's playing left winger right now, or left midfielder.
Yeah.
He does the run towards the middle, which brings out their Dita, or their right back. So it leaves Sendejas by himself because he was playing like that 10. Poquito más retrasado. Beautiful. Jardine sacó a Anselmi a pasear.
Yeah, for real.
And I'm telling you, those first two goals are the prime example of that.
It did. In all honesty, Anselmi looked nervous on the bench. He has been for a while. But it like low-key looked like para él no no le empezó el partido until after that 2-0. And then it was like really like I saw there was even a show of him going like basically sprinting back into the bench area to cook something up. He responded well after that, right? But like, did you need to go down 2-0?
Exactly.
What is going on? The 1-0, like your team was just I don't know, thought that they were gonna step on America after the same way that they did in season, and then you got smacked in the mouth with a counterattack. The 2-0 was you getting your own medicine by having Mier play too far out, and a player like Rotondi, who is like multiple times messing up in his game, not having the colmillo to let the ball go out, right? And that second goal, he runs for the ball, doesn't have the awareness of what's around him, doesn't give a ball back to his other defender or to the keeper, which Cruz Azul, like 50% of balls at Cruz Azul go to the keeper because he's so good.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're going to go for the ball, slide tackle and kick it to the damn keeper. But he doesn't do that. He doesn't do the other one. Nomás la deja ahí, trying to save it. Right? Un colmillo lets it go because I know the attacker's right next to me, right? Doesn't do any of that. Does the worst one possible. And toma la Kevin Mior. A ver si te quedas en tu portería ahora sí, right? And then from there, that's when I think the game kind of starts. That goal is in the second half, at the beginning of the second half. And then Cruz Azul needs somebody to step up because nobody is making it through America.
Yeah.
And who is it? It has to be Nacho Rivero. Nacho Rivero makes a beautiful run up and he gets a ball in, chest trap, and hits it right around Malagon.
And this was a mistake del America porque Borja did not follow him. Right, so the America back line led by Juarez, who has been doing amazing. Like I was hearing our last episode back a little bit, especially that Liga MX part when we were talking about Araujo. Araujo was supposed to be like our main man, but Juarez stepped up, and we saw it in that goal, and we saw him defensively. He had a really good slide tackle against Romo that first game. That Cruz Azul could have gone up 1-0 then. And it would have been a totally different game this second game. So, yeah, they couldn't find anything. And they when America finally tiene una desconcentración, that's when Nacho Rivero is the one that gets that goal.
Nacho Rivero, el eterno capitán. Had to be him. He celebra con unas pinches ganas, kisses that escudo del Cruz Azul, which he also pulled them out of a rut versus Tijuana.
Versus Cholos, yeah.
And he kissed the escudo there, which is funny because Tijuana's the one that brought him to Mexico. But now he's a legend at Cruz Azul, puts the team on his back, gets their energy up, and game on. Yeah. Right? At that point, everyone's like, bro, it's just one goal.
Prende la música
de la maquinita, ¿cuál?
Del tren.
Oh, in the stadium, you hear that? They're getting down. In that goal, though, I do put some blame on Juarez because he's no le alcanza el balón. He goes up for the header, which I think he could have timed it better. Obviously, he's a bit newer, a little bit younger. Y también, pues, your left back is the responsibility of your left center back, right? So, like, también that falta de comunicación. Hey, yo, if you let him go through, what the hell's going on? Like,
and who let them on, right? Because he had to go behind the line.
Yeah, exactly that. And then after that, he becomes a hero. Immediately, 4 minutes later, Ramon Juarez gets the header goal, which I think is also Cruz Azul sleeping. Yeah. They had 4 players total in the box. America did.
In that corner, I remember thinking, okay, nos acaban de meter gol. No hay que volvernos loco and send everybody.
It was almost a madruguete, too. Like, nobody was really, like, set. Yeah. And then it was still a kind of not beautifully placed ball, a little bit outside of the 6.
Yeah.
But he got a clean header on it. I don't think it was the best, like, form.
Right.
But he hit it well.
Yep.
Picadita, right, where the keeper's not going to dive.
Right next to the post.
Yeah. I didn't think it was, like, like he didn't, like, do Sergio Ramos's beautiful header in the Champions League. Like, but he got it perfectly, put it in the good corner.
Vámonos. We'll take it.
And guess what? You're down 2 again.
Yep.
Y otra vez dormiditos. 3 goals dormiditos. Jorge Sanchez was on the mark on that one.
Yeah.
And it didn't go up.
I remember, famously.
No hand to body. No, it didn't go. Barely did a half jump. I don't think he even got his toes off the ground.
He got bullied there. I remember.
That dude was not doing himself any favors. Thankfully, in the 80th minute, 8 minutes later, he's the one that puts the ball up for El Toro Fernandez.
Yeah.
Who gets a good header. I was scared they were going to mark a foul, but he got up cleanly, got over Ramon Juarez también on that one. No?
No, I think it was Reyes.
Oh, Israel Reyes, yeah. Got over him and got a clean header. And game on again.
Yep.
Game on again after that. Cruz Azul needs one more goal to tie it up. And then, like we said, like we already explained in great detail, Canterano.
Yeah. It was otro cross, right? So Cruz Azul, after that, found out, okay, now we just got to cross it in and pray.
Especially when another Jorge Sanchez one, too, I think.
Especially when se fueron con tres delanteros. Now you had bodies in the box. Now you just got to send a semi-decent cross. And El Canterano's goal, what's his name?
Amaury Morales. Off of a rebound, right?
Off of a Juarez rebound.
Yeah.
He headed it out. Botadita como las quieres. Y sopas dejó a Malagón parecía una estatua.
Yeah, that
Paradito.
should. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, like, my
Can't
guy,
do anything.
You cannot do anything. You just pray that like
it's going wide. You just
pray that it went over. You pray that it hit the post. You're not gonna move.
Yeah,
but casi se pintó de héroe. Kept them in the game. In all honesty, I think that goal gives Cruz Azul some respect that we'll talk about later. But then they celebrate for a good while. But immediately, America has
12 added minutes because
12
of
added
that
minutes,
celebration.
But it didn't get announced until the penalty was marked. So this was in the 86th, so they immediately take out. We don't get the time yet, right?
Right, you're right.
And then America gets a ball in. It goes over. El Buffalo gets a little graze on it, right? He touches it.
Yeah.
It goes back again. Asleep.
Okay. Let's talk about this.
Again, asleep is what I want to talk about.
Yes.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
Okay, so America saca, and then you see El Buffalo go up. We saw Buffalo, Araujo, Chiquito Sanchez all go up. Mm-hmm. And then the cross comes in. The center. El Buffalo le gana a dos defensores.
Le gana Piovi and Dita, I think.
Le gana Piovi y Dita.
I think he takes out all the center backs.
He's actually being shorter than both of them. Les ganan el salto. Grazes the ball. Y le queda Chiquito Sanchez. Again, just in that one play where it grazes him, Cruz Azul is caught sleeping again.
Yeah, so I'm saying all of these goals, elementary. Like, I understand not that atacan mucho, so maybe you're not super used to, like, being attacked in certain ways. But come on, dude. Like, Dita tanto gimnasio?
That's wild. It's wild that...
Foul him. Literally, like, I don't know qué vergüenza les falta a ciertos jugadores that, like in NBA, when they're up by 3 points and you don't want them to score a three-pointer, you'll see fools sometimes intentionally foul and be like, all right, you get 2 free throws and then I get the ball back.
Yeah.
Right? Bro, abraza ese güey in the air.
Right.
Abrázalo.
Yeah.
What?
And that's part of the play, right? So it grazes the head of
him.
Aguirre, right? And now El Chiquito Sanchez gets the ball.
Which is like, that fool has no business being there.
Yes.
Chiquito Sanchez has been doing nothing all season. Le dan la confianza today. That game, he probably would have been blamed for them having lost because he came in and didn't do a difference. He came in instead of Brian Rodriguez.
Yeah.
When they probably needed a 4th goal before to make it 4-2, to make it like
more comfortable. Yeah.
More comfortable. But like for him, it had to be Chiquito, who's been doing terrible.
Nothing. Has been doing
y le llegó a él, güey. Honestly, déjalo que le tire, la va a fallar el güey.
Pero before that, again, las emociones for me. What I want to point out is Cruz Azul was not able to handle their emotions. No. Right? We saw it all that second half, even in the first half with that first goal. But here, Piovi follows the play. I initially thought after the grazing of Aguirre, watching it live, that it was going to be called offsides.
I thought Aguirre graze was going to be offside.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, well, as soon as he grazed it, when Chiquito Sanchez received, I thought Chiquito was going to be offside.
But they followed the ball.
Pero that's when Rotondi followed.
He took a step, yeah.
El Chiquito Sanchez. Rotondi, ten la cabeza un poquito más. Have that. You're in a semifinal. I know it's a big stage, but you're a professional soccer player. Play that offsides.
Yeah.
Have
they play
mind.
offsides. They're big on it.
It's like, and now you left them onside. First, your two defenders se mamaron porque se fueron 2 contra 1.
Yeah, it should have been.
But now you've left them onside, and now you're gonna be like, well, now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Letting him shoot.
I either let him shoot or I push him to call
tackle or some shit.
To cause a penalty.
Try to slide tackle like in front, right? Which is what naturally a defender does. You're not trying to foul.
But too bad the ball wasn't there.
But Chiquito Sanchez did a good job putting his body between the player and the ball.
Yeah.
And Rotondi got body before he got anywhere near the ball.
Exactly.
And Chiquito Sanchez went flying and fouled.
He fouled.
Era foul.
Exactly. I'm glad we're establishing that.
Era foul.
Era una faltota. Aquí en Marte.
Era pendejito. Was it light? Yes, it was light. Did Chiquito Sanchez go flying? Yes, he did. Because he's freaking light as hell.
Yep.
Right? But Rotondi, it had to be Rotondi. It had to be Rotondi that did it. La pendejada. He, in all honesty, how shitty Chiquito Sanchez has been playing, let him shoot. God damn.
It was on his left.
It was on his left.
It was awkwardly bouncing too.
And you have the probably the best keeper in Liga MX along with the other keeper, Malagon.
Yeah.
Déjalo que tire.
Yeah.
Let your keeper make the save.
And that's my big issue with Cruz Azul. In my opinion, Cruz Azul has still not been able to have the players or the staff to have that peace of mind and see through a game in the later stages of Liga MX.
Yeah, but we'll get into that in a second just because we'll talk about was it merited or not or whatever. But more controversy after there's 12 minutes added. The ref respects it and gives 12 after the penalties, so we go to 105.
Yeah.
Craziness ensues. Y tirando al área. Vámonos todos para arriba. Vámonos. Todos para arriba.
Let's talk about the penalty.
Okay.
Penalty was shitty.
Taken.
By
el Buffalo? He did good enough.
Se me entró, which is important.
He hit it at mid-level, though.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But
he hit it. He hit it to the opposite side.
He deceived the goalie well, so por eso se la doy. Pero un portero que se hubiera guessed that way, it was an easy penalty.
Yeah, but
I just want to point that out.
But sometimes kickers, if they deceive the keeper, if they know they deceive the keeper, if they get the little half-second glimpse before, they'll put it hasta Panenka on the other side, right? Because they know they got it good. But good enough.
Yes, put us through.
He gets a yellow card.
Yes.
And then
because he took his shirt off.
Craziness ensues. Yeah, from taking his shirt off, craziness ensues. And then he gets a gnarly foul on Piovi, I think.
It was more of let me hold him.
Desperation.
Yeah.
And then he pulled the jersey when he was trying to go, which is always called yellow.
A yellow, yeah.
Now he misses the first match, the home match for America versus Monterrey.
Imagine the script. He scores the winner
against his ex
Monterrey
against his ex team in Monterrey, or
that's crazy.
Can Monterrey get some gap at that point with America not having their best player at the moment and take it home to win it, right?
Yeah.
But then gets a red card. Everybody, vámonos para arriba on this cross. It was literally on that play. Cruz Azul crosses it way over. They're trying to get balls into the box. And who is it that gets the? I think it's Nacho Rivero, no? I forgot who it is from Cruz Azul. On a ball coming back in, tries to get his space. Tries to, I don't know, maybe even do a header back or something because he has no play on it. And el pendejo de el pendejo de Araujo le hace caballito, güey.
Pinche tarado ese güey.
Tell me, is that a penalty?
No, that's not a penalty.
No,
okay.
No tienes vergüenza.
And I'm going to tell you why.
No tienes
what
vergüenza.
What did you just say
le hace
to describe
caballito.
that play? No, before that. You said he has no play for the ball.
It doesn't matter if he doesn't have play on the ball. He tried to head her back.
Okay,
doesn't matter.
He tried to head her back. That means he has to get low to get under the ball.
Yes, but so look at...
Ya estaba yéndose para
Look
frente.
at your boy, Pendejito Araujo. Literally se va de banconcito to sit on him. And I'm like, dude,
no se va
bro, put hands on back. No. So there's two pieces to it. Chicote is behind him, and Chicote gets a full extend, which we know is usually a no-no. Pero se la paso... because whoever was Nacho Rivera or Jorge Sanchez, whoever it was, didn't go flying, right? Like flying like from the push.
Yeah.
But he does get an extension, which is usually a no-no in soccer. You got to keep that shit tight and bended. But el güey de Araujo, güey, no mames, güey.
Me sacó un susto, I'll tell you that. But looking at the play on the repetition, no era penal.
Pero pa'l árbitro ni ir al VAR is crazy. Like, that's the shit that's kind like... And he even did what he was supposed to. Se quedó en el suelo, right? We all know, I've been seeing trending on Twitter, que esas son las que sabe Henry, las que sabe Brian Rodriguez. You stay on the ground. Stay on the ground until the fucking VAR tells the ref, like, it stopped the play.
So do we know the VAR told him stop the play?
I have no idea.
Pues ahí está.
But
si había VAR.
But he didn't even take the time, like in the real time. They didn't
lo chequearon arriba, didn't have to call him porque no fue.
That play should have been reviewed. If you look at it, Araujo didn't even play the ball. That fool pensó que era un banco en el pinche parque, güey.
Now we're nitpicking, bro.
He straight up went at his back.
No, he didn't.
He didn't go for ball.
No fue
he didn't
penal.
touch. Did he get the ball?
No fue penal.
Sí, no fue penal porque no la marcó, pero sí tenía que haber sido penal.
Nunca.
And I will die on that hill que le hicieron una maldad. Cruz
Al
Azul
rato te
ahí.
mando un análisis.
Si te dan una gratis a la América,
no fue
5 minutes
penal,
before, dalo acá, cabrón.
El penal no fue gratis.
No fue gratis porque fue penal.
Fue
Y el de acá también fue.
No fue penal, por eso no se marcó.
Oh my God. No se marcó porque no quiso marcarlo. No. Is all that it was.
Oh,
everybody,
no,
Felipe
penal.
Ramos Rizo,
Ese
everybody,
Archundia,
Archundia, freaking Javier Alarcón on ESPN Deportes. Everybody agrees.
Y ya te oyes como Sergio Deep, güey. Ese güey, todos echándole al árbitro y a la América.
Sergio Deep, the Chicharito something?
Yeah.
I'm dead. Fuck that fool.
Exactly.
No, but era penal, güey. It was a foul. We can break it down further. It was a foul.
He was already leaning forward.
It doesn't matter if you're leaning forward. Does. If you hit the player, it's fouled. Y le hizo manquito.
Leaning forward. What do you? Okay,
so if I lean forward, I can't get hit and be a foul.
I'm already.
Most fouls are when you're leaning in a certain direction, right?
Okay,
he's getting space. No. Let's break this down. He's getting space. He's controlling that space where he's
correct.
At, right? Si me viene el balón, le va a hacer pechito, le va a hacer cabeza, or whatever.
No
I have to move. Entonces, y cuando viene Araujo, he doesn't go for the ball. He doesn't touch the ball.
Araujo
le pega el contacto al cuerpo with his side
es de contacto, okay,
to the back, not to the side of the body. And we know it has to be side to side. We know it has to be side to side.
Okay, you're gonna die on this hill. I'm gonna die on que no fue penal.
Pues no, but that's the agree to disagree ahí.
Pero at the end of the day, Cruz Azul cannot rely on shit like that when the rest of the game they haven't done anything. They didn't correct their mistakes. Anselmi didn't know what the fuck to do against Jardine. That's the overall thing. They couldn't handle their emotions.
I think that plus Cruz Azul had a whole other game to ofender, para anotar, para salir adelante.
Yep.
And they didn't. It was in their home stadium. It's not like you went over to freaking Tijuana.
And now you're jet lagged.
It was in the same freaking stadium where they had a lot of fans as well. And like there was 50,
were saying
50
ole
basically.
When they were passing the ball.
Yes. Why couldn't you have scored in that game when America clearly came out to make it to the second game?
Yes.
America wasn't trying to win the
America
first
had
game.
a plan.
Right? America was trying to make it to the second game, counterattack, draw blood. Vámonos to the next round. Right? Cruz Azul seemed like they went out with like, if we can get a draw in both, we're fine. And we beat them 4-0, so we can, we're 4-1, wherever the hell it was, and we can score on command versus America. So, hey, let's play al empate, y si nos meten una, metemos otra. Y sí pasó. Te metieron una, te metieron dos, you made two. Pero, ¿qué crees? They bit back one last time, and you couldn't. And you went home.
Yep.
That was the big thing. But I give a big kudos to both teams for the amazing match.
Yes.
So, like no le quito mucho al Cruz Azul. I think they fought their shit. Unfortunately, it was that's 3 penales in a row that they get eliminated by versus America. I don't, no le quito mucho mérito. I don't call it Cruz Azuleada. think Anselmi has a lot to learn. The team has a lot to learn. I would get rid of Rotondi. I would get rid of Jorge Sanchez. Bring in better players in those positions. You know where you need to bring them in.
Yeah, but I think ultimately the players have to play to the plan of the coach. ¿Verdad? So a lo mejor Anselmi did have a plan, right? But I think at the end of the day, the players on the field can still make mistakes even if they have a plan.
Yeah.
So those mistakes ultimately cost the team, whether Anselmi had that in their plan or no, or
that's what I'm saying. Like,
el primer juego no salieron a jugar or no salieron a atacar. So I mean, at the end of the day, I give like a 30% to Anselmi. The rest I want to put it on the players porque they're the ones on the field.
Yeah, and that's where like Anselmi needs to like. I understand your tactics are amazing, but guess what? Like the players, certain players didn't do what you asked of them. Rotondi mainly. Bro, you can get another great South American winger. Yeah. Especially right now, Cruz Azul is a hot commodity to come play at. Like, just get rid of him.
Yeah.
There's rumors that apparently Chiquete Orozco is 100% signed. And if they have Pio Viendita, he's probably going to come play left back. I'm assuming he's left-footed. So bye-bye Rotondi. Jorge Sanchez, do you need him?
That gives me the ick.
Yeah, he's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Well, like, can you get somebody better?
Maybe look in your cantera. I don't know. You found one with a golazo.
Yeah. So those are the things I would say for next season for Cruz Azul. But yeah, it's gonna ring the same fantasmas like
at the end of the day, you lost to America.
Yeah.
The
ugly thing is you had the best season historically for Liga MX. And you still lost to 7th place. So next year you could do all you fucking want first place. You could go undefeated, but people are still gonna question you when you go up against America. That's the tough thing. But va a aprender el pendejito. Tiene que.
Y si no?
Tiene que. So that's the interesting thing for me is going to be next year in season, a match against an America. Like, is Cruz Azul going to come out and smack them just as hard? Is it going to be a bit more even? A ver cómo va la cosa. Prepping us for next playoffs. But now we get a battle of Titans, your America versus Monterrey. The first match in la Ciudad de los Deportes.
No, va a ser en Puebla.
Is it going to be already desde ahorita? I thought that was for next season.
No, porque la Ciudad de los Deportes tiene an event. So, yeah.
So, yeah, I saw people criticizing Puebla saying, like, equipo chico. Like,
but before we get into the final, I just want to dar un dato rapidito. Okay. El América has played Liguilla since 2012. Every single liguilla, whether they get knocked down in the quarters or semis, doesn't matter, but they've made it into the postseason, apart from 2 times. Just quick little dato that America has been doing things great, and they are just finalists, y van a ganar.
Ay, cálmate.
Let's go.
Cálmate. Okay, Monterrey, come and please save us all from this fucking ridículo over here. But,
no, something I also want to say is, no le hace que perdamos esta liguilla.
Ya va a empezar.
No le hace que la perdamos. América, Jardiné, hats off to what they've done this season. And we made it to another final. Fucking great job.
If they lose it, I already told you before.
No tiene nada que perder.
Lose it,
América no
questions
tiene...
coming in.
No.
¿Quién falló?
No,
Ramón Juárez, another center back. Sorry, my guy.
I want additions,
Sorry.
of course. I want us to get a better players in a couple of spots, right? So we need another good center back.
Van a quitar a Brian a Europa.
Yeah. But I think overall, America has a lot to gain if they win the final, right? They become historic. They already are in America's books, but they'll become, si gana el tricampeonato, it's the first in the
short
torneos cortos. So, yeah, I mean, America has a lot to win more than they have to lose.
Yeah, I mean...
Grande solo hay uno.
¿Quién fue el único pentacampeón? En largos.
¿Tu Chivas no? ¿Y qué ha pasado? Dude, I sent you a freaking screenshot. No mames.
This was just...
I'm dead.
Pues también hay que reconocer también.
Bro, we're talking about the 70s. No manches.
Yeah, pero también
60s.
torneos cortos. Who do you think funded it to make them shorter? Pues tu telerisa, ¿no?
And now, hey, we're all playing in the same liga. Hey, we all play by the same rules. Except
pues
you.
sí.
You guys want to handicap yourselves.
Pues
O
sí.
sea, ustedes.
Handicap versus cálmate. Se dice respeto.
4 liguillas. You've been to 4 finals in the past 20 years.
Well, yeah, bro. I mean, they're fucking shitty ass ownership, bro. We're trying to fucking figure it out.
I'm just saying.
Canelo, come by us. Goddamn.
Datos son datos.
But yeah, your America plays Monterrey. First one apparently in Puebla. No, what's his name? No Buffalo, on a suspension.
Malagon came out
Malagon
injured,
okay?
but he's good. He went to practice today.
Ahora. Well, it was his head, no? Por el madrazo que se dio.
It was his arm, I think. But I think also he got really bad
anxiety,
like heart.
Oh, pues
sí, was too much adrenaline going on.
Ay.
So yeah.
Pues sí se dio un madrazote with Ramon Juarez.
So yeah.
Or with these whoever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
But okay, so that's a little bit of drama for the first match on Thursday, and then in domingo, en el Gigante de Acero, en el BBVA.
Yep.
Monterrey gets the chance to embarrass themselves.
Yep.
But yeah, los Euro Rayos finally have an opportunity for los del Norte, either team who's been freaking spending like crazy the past half decade since Tigres kind of stopped their reign of terror, beating everybody, for one of them to finally win it. Even more than anything for Monterrey to win, I think they're the ones that have been like in drought, because Tigres had that huge run.
Yeah.
But now Monterrey, with all these European players finally showing up, they have the chance to win it.
Chance, yes, they do.
On paper,
they should be the favorites.
On paper, I agree.
Yeah.
Player for player, because you got an Oliver Torres, okay, versus like a Liga MX great player, right? You got like a Lucas Ocampo against another great Liga MX players like a Fidalgo, right? But you got a freaking Canales against like a Richard Sanchez, right? So like on paper, player by player, obviously the bigger names from Monterrey.
Yeah.
But América is coming in hot y con confianza.
Yep. Jardinea, estamos en tus manos, cabrón.
Sí.
Let's go.
Va a estar duro.
Va a estar bueno.
All right, folks. Well, you already know that's what it's going to be this weekend. Una chelita, agarren una chelita, enjoy the matches. Thursday's match might be low-key, like a snooze fest.
Yeah, and the 0-0-1-0 te la paso.
If Monterrey's smart, they got to take advantage of a possibly injured Malagon and no attacking players. If Buffalo's out, that's a big thing. But Henry will be there.
El Mozumbito will be there.
No, that's it's in the nosebleeds, yo creo. Yeah. Invitado de honor. All right, folks. Well, we'll leave it at that. Let's bring it to games to watch. Cesar, let's go.
Yeah, so we'll take it to America against Monterrey. That'll be tomorrow in Puebla. Will this be a snooze fest, or will we have some fireworks? Find out. VIX Premium.
Oh. Is that what it's going to be at?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hashtag sin interrupciones.
Fucking
on my side, I got Vélez Sarsfield versus Huracán in La Liga Profesional de Argentina. The 1 versus the 3 there. No River, no Boca, no nothing. Puro Vélez y Huracán.
Yeah, we'll take it to the Prem. We got the Manchester Derby. Amorim's first Manchester Derby. Well, and it's probably going to be a big one. If he gets the win over City, City can potentially fall out of the top 4. And it would be big. It would be the first time they fall out of top 4 since Pep's, second season. Yeah. And also they had the hearing. It ended with the 115 charges. So we're waiting on a verdict in January. O si no hay, if there's no appeals, then yeah, we'll find in March.
Maybe that's why they're sucking. They're all nervous. So no sé qué.
This one they need the most points, because if they get points deducted, then adios.
They're gonna go negative.
Yeah.
I got Liverpool versus Fulham staying in the Premier League. We're watching out for Raul Jimenez. We're all praying that he drops a freaking baller of a game and puts a stop to Liverpool so that the other teams can catch up and make this title race interesting.
Yeah, and then we're going to take it to FIFA Intercontinental Cup. We got Pachuca against Al Ali. Pachuca comes from winning Copa against Copa Libertadores champions Botafogo, like we mentioned before. And if they win against Egypt's giant, then they'll play Real Madrid. Jeez. That's going to be this Saturday.
Let's go. Bring on Real Madrid. Los Morros will win. I got my last one. I got the Copa de Colombia final. América de Cali versus Atlético Nacional. Atlético Nacional has been trending because our boy Efraín Juárez, el Mexicano, their coach, was having some controversial celebrations, celebrating in the face of the fans or the players, and apparently getting multa, getting fines for that, possibly risking a suspension. Apparently he's all good, but he's been bringing them back from the dead, Atlético Nacional, now having them in the final here and then in the final in the league as well. So we're all going to be behind him, hoping the best for him. Hopefully Atlético Nacional gets the dub.
Vamos, somos verdolagas, I think they're called.
Verdolagas, let's go. Let's get a jersey, no?
Sí.
Ya es hora.
Ya falta.
All right, folks. Well, that's all that we had. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to us wherever you're watching us. And keep an eye on the Discord for more events, cool stuff coming to the new year.
Yeah, jump in the Discord, especially with Liga MX coming to an end. It's going to be real active up in there. You know, I'm going to be in there all mamon when America's winning.
I know, yeah. Everyone's going to be hating on America in there. But yeah, appreciate y'all. We'll talk soon. Peace.